think I'm recording. Let's make sure I'm recording.
That would be crucial.
Yep, totally recording.
I saw my friend who's watching these like way, way, way later than we played them. Um, got to the point where he switched to broadswords. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." When she dropped hexes and went to broadswords, it was like when Michael Jordan stopped playing baseball and went back to basketball. Like it felt so good. This is what this needed to be the whole time. And I was like, yeah, it was a pretty spiritual moment.
It was a good moment. And then I can't wait till they get to the one where you try to go away from the broads. We get away from the great sword.
It just does not work.
Does not work. It's like God, what was it? It was just thinking
like
about
a flip.
The Bose Nose SNES cartridge.
Oh yeah.
Bose Nose baseball and football. That was
Bono's baseball, Bono's broadswords.
I just flipping the cartridge over, and it was just like neither game was good.
Bo's not interested in helping you know what good games are.
No,
it's not. That's not what Bo is here to tell you about.
Shut Up and Jam was all right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Shut Up and Jam Gaiden game too. I liked that. That was fun.
Shaq Fu, that was a good one.
Shaq Fu is good. You know what? I don't know if Shaq Fu is good.
Shaq Fu is great.
Are you sure if Shaq Fu is good or great? I'm genuinely not sure. This is a genuine.
I am not sure. I enjoy the existence.
I enjoyed it too. I loved playing Shaq Fu with my friends. I'm genuinely not sure if Shaq Fu was
Shaq Fu was one of those games that they had at like when like your mom would like go to like the weird grocery store, and it was like near like the weird video store, and it was like, well you can rent from here today. We're not taking a separate stop to go to the Blockbuster. And it's just like, well, fuck, what do they got? And it's like they've got the Power Rangers game.
Power Rangers SNES game was pretty solid.
And they had Shaq Fu, and you're just like, fuck it, I guess I'm getting Power Rangers and Shaq Fu. That's what's coming home with me tonight. And like,
yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that at all.
Yeah, no, you had a good time. You wouldn't buy either of those, but like, well, you might buy the Power Rangers one. You'd probably actually, you might buy Shaq Fu, because Shaq Fu's Shaq Fu.
I saw someone. I had a friend who bought Shaq Fu, and it was it was nice that he bought Shaq Fu because we could play Shaq Fu sometimes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Shaq fighting fucking doing kung fu against wizards and shit. Like, come on, it's great.
Yeah, I like that Shaq decided to do like a fighting game. That was a cool choice.
That was a cool choice. Hi everyone, and welcome. You have a friend in Majula. It's me, Dia, and I'm here with Derby, and I'm talking about Shaq Fu with my co-host Trevor Strunk. Trevor, say hi.
Hi everyone. Hi Dia. Hi Derby.
So Trevor, I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna be real with you. We're starting this up. We're starting this up for real, because I am old and I'm tired and I have like no capacity for bullshit. In all of these DLCs, we've run into a zone, right? There's that one corridor you go down, and it's a bad time.
Yeah,
it's a bad time.
No, absolutely.
And they're like, it's like they're kind of designed to like, here's like a weird challenge run place. Here's a weird multiplayer place. Here's a zone that's going to really push you and stress you out, and it's going to be completely optional. This is where we are at now. We are at the precipice of the optional multiplayer stress you out bullshit zone. At the end of
is this optional?
Yeah, it's totally optional. You don't have to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like
the end of it. Sorry.
Like the other, there's like Blue Flame, a Silent Demon, and shit like that. Nah, this is completely optional. We don't need to.
Okay.
Not a Silent Demon. The other demon, whatever.
The Silent Demon was
Demon.
Fully.
Smelter Demon.
Yeah. Okay.
Blue Smelter Demon. Just like that one, and then I don't remember the other one before that, but there was the other one before that. They've got like kind of like a fuck you in the ass boss at the end, and it's just like, the road to getting to the boss sucks. It's hard and it's frustrating. And this one is like run through a zone that's kind of like the King's Forest.
I was gonna say this has a lot of King's Forest vibes.
It's very
that was the other one I was thinking of.
It's very like, here is where like the king's hunting ground is, but now it's covered in snow. There's weird crystal antler, like not antelope, like reindeer.
Yeah. One of them
Um,
killed us last time.
yeah, one of them really actually was. I think it was two actually killed us, but
Yeah, they teamed up.
they teamed up and killed us because um, this is where the Ivory King's kind of royal hunting grounds were. It's his Sherwood Forest, but it's cursed and covered in snow and a horrible, horrible. There's a friend right there. Look at
Hello,
that
friend.
Yeah. Horrible blizzard.
It's very thematic. We
Yeah,
all
it's
agree.
very thematic. And at the end of it is a boss that is a boss we've all. It's once again it's a variation on a boss that we have fought before.
Which variation is this?
It. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay. I
I'm not
thought we
gonna
were
spoil
gonna not do it.
No,
Okay.
we're not gonna spoil it. We're gonna. Here's the thing. We are going to make one attempt on this boss, and then we're gonna be done. Because I don't
Okay.
want to throw myself at this boss like 4 or 5 times because the run to this boss sucks.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating. I won't even be able to have a good podcast with it because it is a frustrating boss run. It's not like just a long boss run or a complicated. It's just
Yeah.
frustrating.
And that's never fun. That
No.
that sucks. Yeah.
But like, I'll give it a college try. Hopefully, we'll get to the boss. If we don't get to the boss, maybe I'll at least get to the boss. We'll see. But
I believe
we're
in
only
you
doing
to be
one
able to at least
actual
get to the
boss
boss.
run.
Okay.
And after that, I'm not doing this because one, we've already fought this boss, and I don't need to fight what is fundamentally 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea, honestly.
It's just it sucks. It sucks, and God, I don't remember the direction. Fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna run through the cold here. This part really sucks.
Yeah, this part sucks.
And some deer are gonna come up at us soon, and that's
Yep.
no good. Look at all these blood stains.
I don't remember there is kind of a correct path through here that's a little bit easier than.
I'm sure Fextralife's really good at describing it based on align yourself 30 degrees from the
If I remember correctly, Fextra Life actually has it's a really kind of crudely drawn map.
Okay, I respect that a lot, actually.
It's just it's like oh shit. Whoa.
Nice, well done. I'm sure that's the last we'll see of them.
Well, there's a couple, I think.
Yeah, no, I think there definitely are.
There's at least 2. I don't remember exactly. Okay, I can't go up that way. So having to claw it.
Yeah, it's like this whole thing where you just have to hug the wall in a zone where you can't see in front of you. I don't know why they keep these. In fairness, I don't know if there's any of these in Bloodborne or Elden Ring exactly. This is sort of it definitely exists in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 has a couple of them. I don't know why they kept putting these in.
I like the one thing is the misty forest is one thing. That's
Well, yeah.
But
and
that
it's
one
short.
you can see it's short. You can more or less see where you're going. You just really can't see who's in the mist.
If you're gonna stay in the misty forest for a long time, it's because you want to get a treasure, and that's on you. If you're gonna go all out and get a treasure, then you're buying your own frustration there. This is you have to get through it just to get to the optional area, which is bad.
This being the optional area is not interesting.
No, not even remotely interesting.
It's okay, I get it. You did the thing from Soft, but it also fuck you.
Well, you also just like spelled out exactly what the thematic quality of it is in like 2 sentences. And it's like, yeah, it's just like the King's Forest, except it's covered in snow. Like, this whole area. That's the whole point of Ilium Lois. And it's like, okay, cool. No one can say anything else about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, in Dark Souls 3, what the one DLC, Ashes the Very End or whatever, they do kind of return. They gesture at returning to this kind of zone.
Uh-huh.
But they do it much better.
It's what the players have been demanding. All Dark Souls players, when they say that the game isn't hardcore enough anymore, it's because they want zones like this. Kingsfield would never.
Alright, where is he? Yeah.
Nice work.
Fucking heard you that time, son of a bitch.
For a second, I thought that was going to be a ghost. I was like, that is unfair that there's a ghost here.
I get so disappointed that Dark Souls abandoned the ghosts after after New Londo, the New Londo ruins.
Yeah.
There really aren't any ghosts in Dark Souls 2 or 3 that I can think of.
Well, they're the ghosts in the forest.
Son of a bitch. Are they really ghosts, though?
Well, that I don't know.
God, fuck off.
Jeez. Got enough powers? Ugh.
Okay,
There's something.
yeah, it's the direction we're kind of headed, I think. I don't even remember if there's a faster way of running there. I don't recall there being, but I could have just maybe I never ever found it.
This is like one of the worst design zones I can. Oh no! I can think of. It's so brutal.
What?
What? Oh! Up.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Okay, so who is the boss?
The boss is the king's other pets. His two, and God, they do have really good names, but they're like it's like Lud and like Zarhillion or something. Lud and
That's
Zalin. Cool. Lud and Zalin,
Okay.
the king's pets, and they're kind of like fucked up versions of Ava.
Okay.
But they're really big, and one will go into an enraged state if you kill one first. They're basically like, what if Ava was Ornstein and Smough.
Ornstein and Smough, right?
But I think they do poison too. I think.
That's
I
exciting.
think they're poison. I think like
Sounds extremely frustrating.
It's they've got they have less health than Ava, but they do at least as much damage, if not more, than Ava. But yeah, so there's not enough Jamaica Me Happies in the world for me to care about 100%ing Dark Souls 2. Not for a let's play.
Oh my
not for
God.
anything. There is not enough for me
if you
to
told
even
me you were gonna,
yeah.
no.
If
you told me you were gonna
100% let's
100%
play,
this,
there are other ones, I'm sure.
I
This
would
is not one
as
of
your
them.
friend, I would say you had to stop. I'd say you can't 100% this. It's too much.
No, especially because I'd have to replay the game an entire second time, at least
that's-
at least one time minimum.
That's too much.
Yeah,
It's too
no,
many
not
times.
doing it. So we did the thing, and if you really want to see the boss fight, I'm sure there's YouTubes out there.
Just yeah, look up a YouTube of it. I might after this. And
Really, the
it'll be
best thing
fine.
is that one of the cats is named Lud with one D, not two Ds, just one D.
He
Lud.
doesn't run the Luddites. He runs the Luddites.
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 And you take a coffin to get down there, and it's just a big gale zone.
And we watched the coffin go down, which is cool.
Like,
and then we don't need anything else.
yeah,
We're fine.
there is a world where this is about going from place to like seeking like one moment of refuge from another. You know, and it's kind of what Dark Souls 3 ends up like understanding is, you know, the Gale thing is only as interesting as like the refuges along the way.
Yes, absolutely. I think the other thing about it is like, you know, and bringing up Elden Ring is never the easiest thing, but we always must. I think like the you know, Elden Ring does this in such a way where, you know, when oh god, I don't remember the name of it, but where the Erd tree is, that all gets covered in like sand basically, or ash, I guess. But it does it better than that, I would say. I think it genuinely does because it provides uh, uh, basically figures of reference where you can look ahead and be like, oh, there's that tower, there's this, there's that. So it's still this blasted plain, but you're like, oh, I kind of get an idea of where I am. Which, like, yeah, I get, like, that's not really being lost, but, like, no one wants to actually be lost. Like, it's not... No one wants the experience of just, like, wandering and not being able to know where they are. They want the experience of that emotion, and the frame of reference gives you that, as opposed to the place we were just, where it's like, I don't know where we are. Who knows?
Yeah, no. Like, if you know, no one actually wants to experience being lost. If you think they do, talk to any like old school adventure gamer.
Oh yeah.
Like, if they tell you that they thought it was really cool that every single game had like a weird maze in it, even when it made no sense thematically, they're lying.
Yeah, you have to, if you're a direct report, you actually have to report those people. They can't come within like 10 feet of normal society.
No.
You're not allowed to like those mazes.
Come on. Oh, hey. But I guess the thing is, like, you know, games used to have mazes in order to pad them out. Like, that wasn't padding. I mean, I guess technically it is padding because it's just an optional area with just some mob boss fights, and like it's an you know, honestly, it's an okay boss fight if it wasn't for the fact that you have to do the boss run.
Right? Yeah, sure. I mean, it sounds fun. Again, like, I believe you that it would be like a really fun boss fight and like really interesting. That run like sucks.
Yeah,
that's just an awful run.
No, and like I really can't talk to you on it because I have to be listening for the fucking king's reindeer.
That's the only way you know. Yeah, that's right. If there were like, okay, so here's another way it could be fixed. This is, you know, in case everyone's like super interested in hearing my fixes for Dark Souls 2. I think they could have fixed it by having like made those reindeer a little harder, and then just there's 3 of them. Right? Like, once you take out all 3, like, you can either get through the mist, or you can, like, really power through fighting 3 or 4 of them, and then the mist clears. Like, that seems like a much better thing than trying to get everything all at once. And be like, no, we got the annoying reindeer, and we have the mist that never clears. And also the reindeer just keep coming.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like, and that's the thing, it's like, the mist doesn't clear ever. Like, there's no way to you can't clear the mist, and you can't just kind of end the reindeer, I guess if you kill enough of the reindeer enough times.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's true. You would be able to
Jesus, at that point, like, just, you know,
get a hobby.
Yeah, like, why are you still here? Like, please. Oh. So, since we're not doing that god-awful zone, we are going to go find that last voice knight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because I think I remembered that there is... Because, like, yeah, because that door over there is still not open. Which means he's on this direction. That we just didn't actually end up going all of the pathways around here. I think because I died one time.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Down you go.
Dead.
It is funny just how much it's like. No, Derby got the great sword. You know?
It really does. It just like immediately the vibes. I think our vibes in our first ones were really good too, but it just like instantly changes. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
like
it's just,
Derby herself is just like
this
in the
is
zone.
this is just how Derby goes. Okay, so there's this shit over to the right with
Okay.
that thing. That's not where we want to go. And there's in this one which we already went, I think. But we didn't go as straight ahead because I think we. What is this dude?
Oh, you know what? I think we didn't go straight ahead because it. Yeah.
I think because
didn't
we
seem as
we
if,
got
like, that was the
invaded
way
by
to go.
whatchamacallit.
Right. This was when we got invaded, wasn't it?
Down you go.
All right.
A nice rapier.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah.
Excellent view ahead.
Ilium Lois.
Behold.
Look at that. It's nice and big. Ilium Lois. It big.
It's very big. It's very big.
Or did I go in? Oh yeah, because this was. We went in here and we just got murdered. Is what happened.
Yeah, we got absolutely destroyed because those guys can throw energy at us.
Yeah. That's
We
fine.
need like an ombudsman to remind us what happened like 10 episodes ago.
Not an ombudsman. I can't hear the word ombudsman without thinking about the it's like Ark and Peep Show. Where Jez contacts the ombudsman, and it's a whole like, yes, the ombudsman.
I love the idea of an ombudsman being very powerful. It's like both lovely and antiquated.
Yeah. Okay. These guys are gonna do this shit, and we're gonna see if we can coax them over, or just run down. Run down. No, over here. Come on. Come on.
Can we lure them?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do I have a I don't see any spooky ghost skulls. Oh yeah, there we are. There's some spooky ghost skulls. I don't think they will care, but let's try.
I mean, that's just what they're for, right?
Yeah. We got so many items. Like, I want to, let's use some of this weird shit.
I love that we have 3 fragrant branches of yore just hanging out. The very idea of having 3 of those we didn't use earlier out of the game is so funny.
It's just sometimes you just don't use your fragrant branches of yore. What do I have? 37. Oh, prism stones.
Oh, I think it's great that we have them.
Yeah, no, it's so good. I got these guys. Oh, I got a Lois soul.
Oh. Does
What
not
is
yield souls, but perhaps.
Soul of the Knights of Lois. The Knights of Lois were taken by chaos and lost all sense of purpose and being. The few woeful souls that trudged back home were guided by some faint vestige of self. This soul is pure sorrow, and only Alsana can put it to rest.
That's interesting.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Okay. I'm not gonna use lacerate. I'll use. All right. First things first. You guys care?
Coming? Well, they turned their attention to it.
No.
Yeah, not enough, unfortunately.
Not enough. Yeah. Go down.
Huh? No.
All right. I'm probably just gonna have to run over there, huh?
I was gonna say, I think you need to run for it. I like watching you use the weapons, the items. I really do. But I think there's only one way to manage.
These actually aren't so bad, it would seem.
No.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's Creditor behind me.
That came out of nowhere. Jeez.
Yeah. Creeper.
I hate him. Oh, he came from there.
Yeah, I guess so. This is the kind of level design I like, though. I like these rickety, you know, there's holes in the ground you can kind of walk. You got a pathway, you know, through. Like, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of texture to it, I think. Like I
Yeah.
like the verticality, but it's like not verticality you necessarily have to explore. It's cool.
Okay. There's ladder up and ladder down. I think. Yeah, detour ahead. I think.
But be wary of tough
I
enemy.
think we go up here first. Yeah, I think there's the guy on the thing, because this is the shortcut back to this part. That's why I was like, I know we haven't gone to this place. That's where the other night is, because there's that door.
Okay, that
But
makes
that's
sense.
good. So now we got that shortcut. So if I have to do this again, because I might die. It's
It's possible, but
every chance that I can and will die coming in this space is coming up.
everyone loves the chance of death.
Yeah, especially because there's like that asshole.
Yeah,
Can I
he's back
snipe
there.
him? Okay,
Oh, I don't know. Do you have any angle on him?
no. Well,
That's unfortunate.
it is, but you know what? That's Dark Souls, baby.
Yeah, you're right.
Slide down, Derbs. Let's do it.
Derby's got this. Derby's got this.
Yeah. Derby does got
Let's
this.
go. Derby's got this.
Charging ahead.
Charging ahead. Yeah, I bet.
Let's see. Oh. This is one of those guys. Damn, he's like right there, too.
Yeah, he's gonna get you at least once.
This is the most. This is like, I love like everyone's like, oh, Dark Souls. You know, it's really like the placement's really organic and everything. Like, you know, has like, you know, environmental narrative and stuff like. And this is the most just like, okay, you know, we give you here's the tutorial ladder. You go down it, and here's the guy in the corner, and he doesn't immediately approach you, but you can see him there. Okay, here's the ladder. The next ladder, you're gonna slide down it, thinking the same thing. Oh, look, now you got fucked by the big ice, like, you know, knight.
Right. Yeah, it's like it's so doofy. I mean, I love it too. Like I've never been like, oh, I absolutely need organic qualities to my video games at all times. That's never been like a thing for me, but I don't mind if I can see the design. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't ruin it for me.
I do not care. Like, you know,
But it's
most
very
games
fun,
turn
very
into
funny.
spreadsheets for me anyway.
Yeah, of
Rampart
course.
Golem. I'm glad we got a piece of the Rampart Golem. Don't you
you
dare,
dare.
or death. That's a good.
Well, that's a very good message.
That's
Yeah,
that's a great way of putting that. Don't you dare, or death.
It's extremely helpful because like I would be. Ooh, that was a really good dodge. That was great.
that was my sickest moment in Dark Souls.
That was so sick. You just like you Barry Sanders did. Like, it just like absolutely.
Just like I just
That rocked.
Ring of Resistance +1. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna use it, but it's cool.
It's neat that
All
it's
right.
there. Yeah.
It's down
There's
there.
a ladder.
There's
I saw the ladder.
Yeah, there's some. I'm just looking at what's down
Oh,
there. 'Cause those-
okay.
That looks unpleasant. Whatever that is. There's like some pulsating star guys. Like, look at what is that shit? Are those just ice dudes still? Oh no, those are dogs.
so.
They're dogs.
Ice dogs. Oh no. Do you think they're the spiny dogs?
No, those aren't the hedgehogs. Those are definitely just dogs. But
Okay.
they're definitely dogs. Look at that shit.
Miyazaki loves to include dogs. I mean, we say it every time, but
Miyazaki hates dogs for some reason. We don't.
he hates them so
Oh
much.
shit! Oh shit!
Oh.
Wow! Oh Jesus!
Ah, another one. Get him. That's so many dogs.
God damn, Miyazaki! What is your
I like
damage,
that
homie?
The one dog is sort of alive under it all.
Yeah.
One dog's just trying to like.
Liar,
Still
therefore
around.
stay calm. Oh, is this? No, it's not a mimic. Wilted Dusker.
Wilted dusk herb. Great.
I wonder who the liar was.
I hope it's not this whole area. That'd be
I mean,
really disappointing.
yeah.
Can you imagine? Get him. Turby, you gotta work on your arm. This is not
Oh
good.
shit.
Oh no! Boy,
Okay.
these are like the worst.
Miyazaki.
Forgetting.
Fuck you.
Yeah, give it up, dude. There's no reason for this. These are really the worst characters to have a broadsword on.
Well, it's really funny because like you saw me like roll through horse.
That's right.
Firehead. No, he's right. It's a horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Message. Good. Hurrah for message.
I
Message.
like that.
Joy ahead. All right. What is the joy ahead? Ah.
An elevator.
elevator.
That is joyful.
Yeah, who doesn't love an elevator? Where does the elevator take us?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
it takes us to another door.
Okay. This is all very interesting.
Yeah. Oh. You know where this is?
I think I do.
This is below where we got the flyer.
Oh, okay. So no need to really interrogate that terribly
No.
much.
No, it's just another kind of another shortcut. Dark
nice.
spirit
I like
ahead,
it.
but lesser foe. Yeah, okay.
Yes, let's go.
I knew there was yeah, Castaway Witch Donna. Which is one of my favorite.
Oh, poor Donna. Ooh, she has a witch's hat and everything.
Oh shit, Donna.
Ooh, Donna's pretty good. Donna does not have a lot of defense.
Bye, Donna.
Yes. Castaway Witch Donna just wanted to drink some Jamaican Me Happies. And
Like,
what you did
look,
to her.
I am with Donna. Come on over here, buddy. I love Executioner Derby.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. The final homie.
Hey, there he is.
I love this armor look. Like, it's so
I do
weird
too.
looking. And like
yeah. No, go ahead.
like it's you know, like it's I know that helmet shape at least existed in, you know, medieval art. I do not know. I'm not well versed enough in actual armor that was produced and intended to be worn. But I know like helmet shape like that was at least, you know, depicted throughout various eras of medieval art. And it's always been like weird and cool to me. But
Yeah, it's sweet.
like seeing it like in motion and like kind of like over designed the way things get kind of over designed in Dark Souls in From Software games, it's just it's really creepy and good. And it's like it's even weirder that like they're supposed to be like good guys because they look really sinister.
Yeah, and they have kind of like that. I'm trying to think of how to say it. Like it has a quality of they almost look like a giraffe or something. They look animalistic in it.
No,
in a
yeah, they
very
kind of have
strange
that
way.
like what are those the dinosaurs that have like the little like monk's tonsure heads, like that kind of
Yeah. Yeah,
vibe
no, that's a
about
really good
them.
way of saying it. Yes, exactly.
Okay. We got 22,420 souls.
Is that a lot of
Is
souls?
that enough to buy us anything? I don't know that we can get a level. No, we can't get a level out of that. What do we have in terms of... I'm gonna munch all these souls, knowing that I'll probably just end up losing them. But I want to see
Yeah,
what we got. I don't think we get... Oh, no. Okay, so that's
is that a level?
not enough for a level. Alas. Does not yield souls, but perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with those souls.
Actually, we should take that over and see. We should see Alsana, because I think
Alsana. Yeah, what does she have to say?
She's our homie.
Yeah, where is she?
Well, we first met her in the Grand Cathedral.
Yes.
So it stands to reason. She's probably over here somewhere.
Think so?
Oh, you know.
No, I mean I buy it.
You know, the thing I was thinking about before we started. Actually, let's see if she. Hey, Alsan.
Of Eleumnos's faithful knights,
Yeah,
but not
I know.
one of them
Yeah, I know.
became this dutiful. But it was too late.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did this already, Alsana.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But it was too
What if I
late.
come up here and talk to you? Can I come up here and talk to you?
Will follow
No,
your
this
word.
ice is still here. Oh, that's you're like.
Can you
no.
like can you present the soul somehow to her?
Didn't really like give me that option. Usually Dark Soul is like okay press X to present the soul. I use it. Use Lois soul. Oh.
Huh.
What does she have to say about that?
Many of it,
No.
but not the king.
Nothing.
But it,
Well.
the night.
Well.
Well, that's okay.
The
Yeah.
king,
I'll tell you what.
But it was too long away. The nights.
Just tell me what.
Oh, interesting. It's like a collectible thing.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, you get them when you kill the Lois Knights in like the abyss,
Oh.
and then you can give them to Alsana, and the stairs keep going up, and you get like items out of it, I guess.
Until
No, I don't. You got nothing for me, honey. Bye.
Got nothing for me, honey.
Well, I mean, she doesn't.
No, I mean you're not wrong.
There, let's go invest. Let's go invest in local businesses, Trevor.
Which local business?
I was gonna invest in this armor guy. He seems
Yeah, he's nice.
he seems sad and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be nice if we could help him out just a little bit.
You got Chanel boots. I want to be like Mr. Skywalker with Chanel boots. That's pyromancy. What is? I thought there was. The mask is equipment loan. I was kind of curious if there's. We could buy Smelter Demon armor. That's
Ooh,
wild.
That's pretty cool.
Could buy the
Looking glass mask.
We'll buy that.
Pretty neat.
We'll buy the Smelter Demon armor. We'll buy some of it at least.
Why not, right?
Yeah. And a Royal Soldier Helm. That's not that interesting. I rocked the Falconer set for so long when I first played this game.
It's cool. It's really a great, it's a wonderful set.
I'm not buying 5 sets of the Elite Knight armor. Oh, I know. Let's put together an outfit for what's her face.
Oh, good idea.
Okay, we'll give her
That's a
the
great
Looking
idea.
Glass mask. That's a good mask. Maybe the Elite Knight body with the Looking Glass mask, and then Smelter Demon legs. That could be kind of fun.
I was gonna say the Smelter Demon legs are a pretty cool
We'll
look.
buy that.
Nice.
Let's buy
I love that.
these infantry gloves. Look kind of nice. They're just kind of nice black evening gloves. Look.
Fashion Souls is real. Don't let
It
anyone
is.
tell you otherwise.
I wonder if we can give her a shield. Let's try giving her a shield. We'll buy no, I don't want to buy that. Okay, yeah, we invested nearly 40,000.
Yeah, I mean honestly, That guy is like guy is living large off of our largesse.
Yeah,
So I
like
think it's all
seriously.
right.
All right, now we gotta go see our girl over here. She's got a good look now. Like this isn't a bad fit, but
Oh, it's great. No.
Hello
Let's
again.
be honest. Looks great.
we're gonna give you a new fit, homie. Okay, we're gonna
So
give her
Looking Glass
Looking
Night
Glass
is
Night
that yeah?
mask. And then
Oh, you got yeah.
we want to do the Elite Knight body, or man, this Smelter Demon armor.
This is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, but Fuma Sorcerer robe, North Warder robes, and Garls. No, we'll give her the Elite Knight. What do you think
Beautiful
for?
piece of armor.
Or the Elan Captain armor. That's
Oh, that's a hard choice.
Elite Knight. Elite Knight. That's
I was leaning that way, but I can see why we'd think
give her the
otherwise.
real infantry gloves, and then Smelter Demon.
Smelter
leg.
Demon legs. Let's see what that
That's
looks
a
like.
look.
That is quite a look. I can't wait to see it all together.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
always here.
Yeah. You're always here.
Do we have to
We
set
gotta
the bonfire?
reset. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
All right. Here we go.
Ooh, I'm so
You
excited.
gotta gotta leave things better than you found it. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, that is
Look at that look.
That is fit. I
She
like
is-
that a lot.
The Looking Glass helmet with the Elite Knight set is pretty. It's pretty baller.
Ooh, that's really nice.
That's really good. And those infantry.
I
gloves-
honestly like it with the Smelter Demon leggings too.
Yeah, like
I like that like soft top, hard bottom.
Okay. I
Hey,
mean,
you know, I
you
said
know,
what I
this, you know
said.
this is gonna go on YouTube, right?
Hey, listen, you know what? It's fine. I'm changing my image.
I think the Smelter Demon's got like mech feet.
Yeah, the Smelter Demon has like an emerald or diamond weapon look
Yeah,
when you're wearing its armor.
that's good. That's some Wrath of the Lich King like
Oh,
raid
yeah.
tier armor.
That's a really good point. Yeah, no, it's very much a
That's a
Yeah,
Warcraft
that
raid
has-
tier set. Yeah.
that's got MMO vibes in the best way.
Hmm.
I will always be here, watching over you.
Thanks, homie.
In a rush. Oh,
Yeah. All right. We got 4Gs left. I'm gonna give them to this girl right
You've
here.
been long
She's
away.
my home girl.
Yeah.
You gotta keep paying for that. Here, I'm gonna buy dead again.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
Nailed
4K
it.
exactly. Yeah,
Nailed it.
right on.
Again, whenever you please.
All right. Now we're back to the Grand Cathedral.
Yeah, we got to go back now. We got to go see if we can get those Loist light.
Well, because
Whatever they're
we
called.
it's the thing. It's like so we got all the knights. We got all four. We.
I mean, we're not gonna. The battle's not gonna get any easier.
No. That's right. Lucatiel's here. Well, there's also.
Oh, Lucatiel. All
yeah,
right.
There's another dude we could summon that's got a great. It's got a great name. I'm actually gonna rest just to get my health up without having to spend any items.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Smart idea.
Uh,
Now you're cooking with gas.
Thought there was another one. It's Lucatiel. And then where's the other homie? Ah. Is this it? Twiggy Shay. Fucking
Yes.
Twiggy Shay.
I like Twiggy Shay. That's
is
cool.
Such a great. That's like the best name. And I can't believe it's an NPC named Twiggy Shay.
It's a very like new metal name. I guess that's because someone in Korn is named Twiggy, but like even still, it's awesome.
But like
it's
he's got the
so
great bow.
good.
He's got the weird bell helmet. Twiggy, and his name is fucking Twiggy Shay.
Twiggy Shay.
Twiggy Shay is great.
That's really good.
Lucatiel is not. I don't think Lucatiel is worth a damn, but we're still going to summon Lucatiel
Well, we love Lucatiel.
because this is such a fun like boss fight, and I think it's really fun to actually end. Like if you're really like, it's like ultimately, you know, you've done the optional boss fight probably before you've done this one in Dark Souls 2. And so this ends up being the last boss fight you have. And it's really fun to just bring a whole bunch of homies with you.
Well, yeah, as we found, like that's like the most fun way to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you want to have all your friends with you.
Like, I don't think we're not getting any real homies, which is sad. I wish we could get some human, some new.
It would be
human
nice. I mean,
homies
I can't imagine this is like a particularly like popular place to camp.
Yeah, it's just I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't see any. But like, look at we got all these homies. We're all ready to go.
I'm so excited about all our homies.
Yeah.
This is great.
We got so many good homies.
Wait, where'd Lucatile go? Oh, there she goes.
Yeah.
It's like, did you bail?
Oh yeah, no, they do that. They twitch in and out of existence. All right.
And we have our long-necked homies.
We have our long necked homies.
I love how the old
I love the way they
chaos
jump
looks.
down too, and like, yeah, we're in
So
like the bed of
cool.
chaos, but it's on fire, like, and we're
I
all
think
gonna
it's
just
cool
do
that-
this shit.
I think it's cool that Lucatile, unlike I can't remember her name now, but our other friend never changes up. Like she always is just like in her finest. In her Sir Walter Raleigh helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Oh, there's your Lois Soul.
Yeah.
I did also learn that Lois Souls cannot be sold to Gavlon.
Interesting.
Gavlon does not want to wheel and deal with Lois Souls. One portal's closed, that's good. Oh. Damn. Oh, there goes number
Yeah,
two.
here's number 2.
This is going so much better.
Yeah. No, it's much better when you've got multiple homies. It's a shame they don't stay that way though. Like it would be nice if between, you know, fights. Okay, now here we go. Then we get
Ooh,
this
what's
shit
this?
happens.
What's happening now? Oh no.
Yeah, we get some fucking Diablo shit. It's great.
This isn't good. Something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. Who's gonna step out of that portal? Oh,
The Burnt Ivory King.
oh shoot. Oh snap. Got some Gwyn.
Yeah, no, he's got big win energy. Which actually, he's actually like kind of a dick slap.
Yeah, he seems really very difficult.
One boy's gonna go seal that door. Son of a bitch.
He's fast as hell.
Yeah. Like, luckily we've got a lot of dudes.
And luckily we can close off all the ads.
Yeah, so now it's just him and us, but...
I know he cast Holy! Or Ice, I guess, not Holy. Oh, Lucatile, no! Twiggy, dodge that! That's a one big ass sword.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Oh. Won't forget you, Twiggy.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yo, no, that's not good.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
There we
Take
go.
that. Boom. And the soul of the Ivory King is ours.
There we go.
Now we'll go talk to Alsana, I bet, and she'll have something to tell us.
Yeah, she will.
When you, good job, Dia.
I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get that on the first try, but there we go.
This is our other, so far, this is our second one death.
Let's look around this way. So I just want to just.
The music cut out.
Oh, did it? That's
That's
interesting.
okay. Just for me.
Yeah. No, I think it cut out for me too.
Huh. Funny. This is a really, really cool zone. I like it a lot. It's properly epic.
Actually,
I feel like.
1 second. I want to check.
Yeah.
Okay. So making sure sound was working at all.
It's odd that it's not.
My Motu has been acting up.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it's. But no, this is just the sound just cut out here.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, that's okay. It happens. Things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also turn it off and turn it on if you want to see if we can get the sound back.
Oh man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, to finish the last of my Jamaica Me Happy.
Well, that's also important. If you don't do that, then it doesn't.
Oh,
count
this
as
is the
an
really funny thing. That USB key cable, this USB-C, just does not work at all, I guess.
episode. Oh no. I'm not seeing Dark Souls.
You're not?
Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I can. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it was Discord. Sorry.
Ah, Discord.
Yeah,
There we
classic, right?
All right, there's Derby. Derby's in the old chaos. Derby
Oh,
just
shoot.
finished the boss, and then we had technical difficulties, and now we're back. We're back in it.
Just hang on 1 second, Derby.
Derby was like my triumphant moment, interrupted by so these dudes turned into ice.
Wow.
It's such a cool
They did
fight.
that just
like
to
it's,
help us.
I know it's such a cool fight though. Like they just wanted to stop the chaos, and this is what I was talking about before I decided to just YOLO this fucking fight. Was Dark Souls doesn't really. There really isn't like honor, duty. These are not things that really compel characters in Dark Souls so much.
Right.
I guess you could make a tepid argument for duty in some regard, but really it's not. Even with like the chosen undead, sure, there's like we meet our friend, and in the Undone Asylum, and he's like, oh well, there's this magical saying my father always has about the chosen undead who will
bells.
go to ring the two bells, blah 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 blah, ignite the flame, and but there's no sense that the chosen undead hears that and is like, ah yes, I must go link the flame. You
Yeah,
know,
that's something I have to do, right?
yeah, there's no sense of that. It's much more of a, well, I don't know what else. Like the protagonist of these games always really feels swept along with the tide of existence.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And it's like it is a thing of, especially like even like the vibes of the game, right? Like when you're playing Dark Souls for the first time, it really is a, oh God, like what do I do here? What am I supposed to do? And it's not like you're like, okay, first I know I have to get this because that's the role. Like, this is X and this is why I have to accomplish this. It really is like you just wander along until you find something to do.
yeah. Um, and then like when I'm thinking about like kind of NPCs and things like that, most like people like to talk about like, uh, what are the things that we always mention in Souls games is like how everyone is kind of performing the last thing that they really remember.
Right.
Knights are guarding the castle because that's just what the last thing they did before they went hollow.
And I mean, especially here, where like the whole idea is forgetfulness, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Lucatiel is so depressing because Lucatiel is constantly doing the thing that she's like, I need to remember who I am for like 5 minutes longer.
Yeah. Um, and like so it's interesting to me like the Lois Knights and even the you know the Ivory King,
Hmm.
he's like, no, there's this chaos shit and someone's got to stop it. And the Lois Knights are like, we have to follow the king, we have to do this, and like we wake them up and they immediately launch into action.
Yeah, this is their whole thing.
Yeah.
We have this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like
it's cool. Like it's really neat. Like as you put it that way, like it is very much it's very much not a typical thing that a Dark Souls protagonist would feel. To think like, yeah, we have to actually do a thing that was assigned to us 1,000 years ago.
yeah.
No one's an automaton in this. People are confused and looking for survival. It's the exact opposite of duty in
Yeah.
that regard.
And they come down here and they're like, okay, we're gonna fight these dudes. Oh, well, they keep coming through these portals, and then eventually they just fucking Super Saiyan it and turn into these giant ice blocks to stop the portals,
Yep.
because they're like, this is what we can do in order to best achieve the goal of, stopping this chaos.
It's so cool. Like it's such a cool like Tolkien, sacrificing yourself to stop the enemy at the last second. Like it has that kind of high fantasy feel that I feel like is in Dark Souls, but always through like a looking glass. Like you're always kind of looking at it through a mirror darkly. You're never like actually seeing it in effect. And this, like, for the one time it being like in effect, you're in like the middle of hell, and these knights are giving up their all to give you like 5 more minutes to beat the chaos. It's sweet. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
no, it's really cool. I also love this like this arena where like we are in a pit in the earth, which once again, like I love the way Dark Souls 2 wants to explore below the surface of the world.
Yeah.
Like really like, okay, look, we are in some kind of we jumped down and we landed this weird subterranean like pillar like platform. This, where does what even is
Where are
this?
we?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
where
Why
are
is
we?
this pillar here?
Like we're in the middle of like this giant like recessed lava flow that goes into this just gaping Charybdin like lava maw.
Well, yeah, and I think like the basic claim that is in here is like, yeah, look, the the thing at the bottom of Drangleic is nothing. Like there's no bottom. It's just like it's all
It's just
being
the
drawn
consumption of
into the pit.
chaos.
Yeah, everything's being consumed all the time, and if you're gonna find the end of the world, you're just gonna find the end of like, you're just gonna like find a void.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
But I love these. I love we have this pillar that arises out of like the ground out of nowhere to spawn in the burnt ivory king. And I love these the burnt ivory king, which is just like
It sounds like they're describing a color more than
mhm.
more than anything. Like, oh, that king, yeah, he's burnt ivory.
Yeah. God, I used to love, was it burnt umber. The
Mm,
fucking crayon, just like
that's a great. Yeah,
burnt
that's a
umber,
really
man.
solid crayon. Yeah,
It is a
that's
solid crayon, you know. Like it gets a lot of rap, like a bad rap, but burnt umber, you know. I
you could
used it
do
a
a lot
lot.
of cool stuff with burnt umber. I feel.
I had this really sick coloring book of like Vikings that
Ooh.
like my stepfather got me at like they're like kind of like an adult like now would have been like an adult coloring book, but like it was like he got it at like a museum or some shit when he was like traveling somewhere, and it was like really just like highly detailed coloring book. And I remember going hard and just being like, I'm making the Vikings have burnt umber hair, and like be like, they're Scandinavian, like what the fuck? It's like, she makes
They're
a...
Eric the Red. It's
and
fine.
I'm like, yeah, no, it's cool, we're good.
Chill out. It's okay. We're cool.
um, but yeah, this is a dope zone. This is a great way to end Dark Souls. If
It's just a
IMO,
fantastic way to finish it up. Yeah, no, it really is.
like
It's
we're
such a
echoing the
unique boss fight
kiln,
too.
where like it's like the kiln, but like it's not like it's a you know it's a riff on the kiln. Um, you know, I don't.
It's sort of like a precursor to the gang fight in Elden
Elden
Ring
Ring,
too,
yeah.
where you're just like, yeah, let's just go for it. Let's all of my friends. I want everyone to come in and just like help me out here. It's
This
very
is like a
cool.
fight. I think the last time I did this, or like really, it was like the first time I did this. I did like the maximum number of summons you could possibly get.
How many is that?
It's like 4 or 5. I think like they let you for this one. They like
That
they upped the
rules.
number for this one if I remember correctly. And then I had like all of the knights, and so it was just this big mob of dudes, and it was funny because it really tapped into and reminded me a lot of like the very best of like MMO raids.
Hmm.
Like it gives you this really good like what if WoW was a character action game and you
Yeah.
did Molten Core like just with your homies all just like swinging swords and shit.
Yeah, and it feels like an MMO in that way because it's like yeah you're achieving like the stage one element, take out the mobs, trigger a reaction. Once you do that, the real boss is gonna come, and then you're gonna have to figure out how to kill him.
Yeah,
It's really fun.
it's really good.
I wish
Uh,
they would have done more with this kind of thing because it really feels good. Like I
yeah.
feel like they tried a little bit in Bloodborne, but like this just feels different than
Yeah,
any other
no,
Souls
like
game. It's so neat.
it is like they don't really come back to this well that much. Um,
It's a shame.
I don't think anything. There's nothing that's interesting in Elden Ring. But,
Get its
so we go.
ass.
Crown of Ivory King. There we
Got it.
go. We got the crown. A faint hint lingers in the ancient crown. I love the unevenness of the Dark Souls 2 font. Like there's something about the X heights, like there's like a variability to the X heights of like
Yeah.
letters that like really just like it's unpleasant, but it's also kind of like pleasing in that way. And here we get this sick light effect,
Ooh, I like that a lot.
some good sound effects, some like cover of like the Jedi Academy game or whatever.
Wom wom wom. Yeah.
Let's go up.
You got some.
Let's see what we're gonna do
Yeah,
here.
you're getting split into two. You're either dark side or light side. That's what that's doing there. Yeah, no, look, you just did marketing for them.
We did. All right. We're back in the Grand Cathedral. And it's time to talk to Alsana again.
You've granted my one wish.
You're welcome.
Now, I have no regrets. I was born amidst the dark. Long ago, in the depths of the abyss, my father perished.
We did that.
Yeah, that was us.
The dark shattered into tiny pieces, one of which was me. How frightened I was. A frail thing, born from but a splinter of dark. I felt that I might simply disappear. I am, in fact, the incarnation of my father's fears. I saw that the king of this land was strong. I sought him only to sustain myself, to smother my fears. Now, I realize that he may have known all along. I was born of fear, and my Lord provided comfort. And so, here I remain, heiress to my Lord's wishes, watching over chaos. Until the end of time. The knights of Aleum Lois were swallowed by the chaos, where their souls still remain. I pray for their deliverance. The knights of...
Okay.
I pray.
So there we go. So we get
That's really interesting.
it's really funny how like this is like, you know, significant like insight and like lore into the rest of like, you know, unpacking Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of great is that, you know, one that like Manus had fears. Like just you know, the dark
fears.
the dark was scared. And that like,
What was
you know,
the dark scared of? Not clear. But
yeah,
that doesn't matter.
no,
It
it's
just had fear.
His dark had fear, and you know, like we, you know, the dark it shattered. And when we killed Manus, we shattered the dark into all these like fragments of, you know, that became these women who. If we extrapolate it out, like from what Alsana is saying, you know, they all probably had fears, and they all are dealing with their fears in ways. They're like seeking out, you know, someone who can provide a sense of comfort and control. And like in the case of Nishandra, you know, she ends up like, you know, trying to take that control for herself.
Right.
Like and you know, once she realizes like, no, I'm going to have to establish this security for myself, because basically Vendrick cannot provide it, or I could do a better job providing this comfort to myself if I just attain power. And then we have kind of all these other you know, fragments of these children of the dark who end up finding these kings and becoming, you know, attached to them and then dealing with that in their own ways.
I really like how the relationship between all of these like Milfanito / shards of the dark / and there's all sorts of ways that we understand the shards kind of personifying. Like I like that they all have different relationships with people they attach themselves to as well. Like one king becomes like obsessed with the dark. One king, you know, like there's the old Iron King. That's like quite a different sort of reaction to it. And the Ivory King has like a much more heroic react. It's like it's super interesting that they all kind of like approach the problem of like, oh, the dark has accessed me and chosen me to be its comfort in very different ways.
Yeah. So we got these 3 crowns now. We got the crown of the Second King, crown of the Old Iron King, and the crown of the Ivory King. Crown of the Ivory King, who once ruled this land. Far to the north, the king built a great cathedral to appease the raging flame. But when he sensed the degradation of his soul, he left without a word, leaving everything to Alsana, who had, unbeknownst, found a place at his side. But these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. Do you get the sense that Alsana remembers the king's name? Because I don't.
That's a good question.
And they're saying,
I think she does.
Say no one does.
She's keeping it special.
Mm.
I think she's keeping it to herself.
Oh, it's
in the sense that
possible.
names have power.
Okay.
It's in fact quite practical.
It's quite practical. I mean,
it's quite practical to wear a bell on your head.
Wearing a giant bell is clearly going to provide a great deal of security if you think about it.
Can you walk through those doors at the end now? Like if you turn around, like those.
Oh, those
Is
ice.
that something you can?
Those ice
I mean, the
boys?
ice we can't walk up, but are those like are the? It looks. Oh, that's. I'm sorry. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Weird.
Can't go up it.
Hmm.
Curious.
I guess the only way you can is by.
All of our knights are
giving-
gone.
Oh,
All of our
boy.
homies.
Well, they helped us.
Yeah.
They helped us.
I like that they
Wow.
have this kind of this weird. There is this kind of weird, like, round table sort of like vibe here,
Mhm.
but it's actually just a pit to opens onto chaos.
Just like the real round table, though.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you sleep with Arthur's wife.
I mean, the king and the land are one. Blah 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 blah.
Cool. I like that Dark Souls 2 ends without any sort of like concluding idea. It's just
No, like
it's over.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like this is the DLC, which is kind of like we're recapitulating some of the ideas of Dark Souls, but like, we're actually gonna go back to King's Gate. Is that where we want to go? I'm trying to remember where Vendrick is.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk to him.
Yeah. Is
See
it
what he wants
here? Is this where it is? Where the fuck is Vendrick? I don't remember.
to- Oh boy. I'll look
Wait,
it up.
it is. I think it's.
I think no,
No.
you found it. Good job.
Is that it? No, this isn't it.
Yeah. Isn't it? I thought it was. I thought this was the one of the, I thought this was the door you went through.
Okay, maybe it is.
I could be wrong.
I thought this is just like the end of the game.
Is it?
Because this just takes me to the kiln, basically. I thought. Yeah, this is just.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Wait, he's not
Okay,
in.
so
He's
where's-
not in Drang Lake. He's in. He's in the crypt or whatever.
Those doors all look so alike.
I know. It's a whole. Like, let's. Broom Tower Dragons. This is. Undead Crypt.
Yeah, there we go.
Undead Ditch. There we go. Now watch, I'm gonna die with 90,000 souls on my body. Just
That
at the
would be
very
funny.
end of the very end of Dark Souls, just dying with all
This
just fine.
is Dark Souls. When you die
That
with
would be Dark
90,000 of them.
Souls.
That is Dark Souls,
Yeah.
yeah. And at that point, they don't mean anything to you. They become.
No, I mean nothing means anything
Fairly
to
trivial.
Derby anymore.
I
After
don't know,
all
I think
this,
the sword means something to Derby.
it's true. What does the sword mean to Derby? That is a real question.
The sword is home.
Damn. Bye, homies.
This was a funny run once we figured it out that you could just
Yeah.
the pacing of it. Oh yeah, okay, great.
Well, Vendrick, I got a bunch of crowns.
Let's chat about the crowns.
Let's chat. Let's see what Vendrick has to tell us.
Seeker of fire, I see you've subdued another foul creature. One of the father of the abyss spawn. That confounded quintessence of humanity. The abyss once had form, but then dissipated. And yet, traces of its existence endured. Each fragment, thirsting for power, spread dark with no relent. My dear Chandra was one such fragment. A feeble, tiny thing that thirsted for power more than any other. Driven by insatiable lust for a worthy vessel. Fire came to be, and with it, disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, light and dark. Dark was seen as a curse. Shadow is not cast, but born of fire. And the brighter the flame, the deeper the shadow. Inherit fire and harness the dark. Such is the calling of a true leader. Dark was seen at shadow, and the brighter the flame. Inherit, such is the...
So that's all Vendrick really has for us, is that he's still kind
It's
of...
such a Vendrick thing to say.
It's such a Vendrick thing to say. Yeah, he's just really just sitting here at the memory of the king and just, you know, clinging to the mantra of, you know, Dark Souls that, you know, fire was born and with it brought disparity and blah 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 blah. It's interesting, you know, the dark isn't inherently like, you know, more or less moral than the light, but neither is the light.
Yeah, and like I think the claim that like you know, a true leader would manage to hold the dark. Like I think you could make a reading and say like, oh yeah, like Miyazaki hates women and that's why they're all the shards of dark trying to seek the light, the true vessel. But I think like that might just be giving Vendrick too much credit. And like not that I want to give Miyazaki too much either, but like Vendrick in this case is clearly sort of like he has a sense of importance around himself, around the vessels of light, around like the king. And it's like that claim that like, oh yeah, you have the light but control the dark. It makes a disparity of value as well. And it's like I agree with you that the disparity of value is fake, but it's also that claim of like, yeah, if we can get the bad thing under control, then it's okay to use. And
Yeah.
it's just that like extremely arrogant, always short-sighted approach to dealing with the world.
Well, it's literally, you know, Vendrick, you know, a true leader has everything. You know, the true leader is the master of, you know, disparity, because for the true leader there is no more disparity. It's just, you know, it's just laying claim to all of it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right, and I mean, like, and you sort of like, I think what's interesting is you get with Manus, but I can't remember her name now, but what Alsana told us, that's right, is that Manus had fears, and like Manus is the example of someone who does take a hold of all of it and sees no disparity, and in that is fear, and I think that's also pretty interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go back to Majula now.
Yeah. What do we see there?
You know what I bet we'll see in Majula?
What's that?
The same.
Majula? Yeah.
We're gonna see Majula. There it is. There's Majula.
Bearer of the curse, I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered. There
We can level up.
Yeah, there we go. Get some more points.
Let's just put a points of vitality. Put
Yeah, there
2
we go.
points of
Nice,
vitality.
excellent.
There we go.
Now we'll be able to beat the game.
There we go. Clearly, that's how it was always meant to be.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we did it.
it's so strange that there's not like a I mean nothing. I mean it's actually quite good, but like nothing changes. It's just you finished it up and you learn a few things, and it's like, yeah, do you think that was gonna settle things, or what were you hoping here?
Yeah, no, like seriously, like what did you think? What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
So there we are. We're done. Done with Dark Souls 2.
Can't believe it. This is unbelievable. I didn't think we'd ever get here.
I was getting to the point where I was just like, God, is Dark Souls 2 ever gonna end? And I was
It does eventually.
there was a part it was just like I was gonna say, like when I was like doing the I was trying to think of how to approach what I was going to say about that one zone in Ilium Lois. where I was just like, no, I'm not gonna throw myself at this boss for 2 hours tonight, and then 2 hours next week, and then we were gonna do in the boss. Then we would actually have to do the final boss. I was just like, I don't want this to go on forever. I don't know how many episodes this is gonna be. I did not expect though that we would finish tonight.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But you know what? Episode 50, baby. We did it.
We did
Someone
it.
died up there. That's beautiful.
Oh, how'd they do that?
I don't know how they did that, but I'm proud of them.
I'm very proud of them. That's cool.
I'm glad Dark Souls 2 is back online. I don't know.
Oh
Trevor,
yeah, no, it's huge. It's so great. Like it really changed everything. It like gave us a nice feel towards the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. What a great game. I'm really surprised how much the DLC added for me. Like I didn't think that would be like I've heard that it's good. I've also heard that it's long. Like there's all sorts of things. Okay, like what's the deal? Like is it good? Is it not good? And like it really does. It feels great.
Yeah, no, the DLC was long. It was bullshit in some areas.
Oh yeah.
But it was really good. I think, it is. None of it is as quite as. Actually, no, I don't think that's true. I was about to say I don't think any of it's quite as elucidative as the Artorias DLC, but I think it is. I think the Artorias is more focused in the way in which you're just doing that kind of one area, and it really opens up Dark Souls 1. But I think this expands on the Artorias stuff in such a unique way.
I agree. I think especially what Alsana says at the end is it is so clearly an iteration on what the Artorias stuff said, but in a really expansive and interesting and metaphysical way. And it's you have to do a lot to get there. So I'm not surprised it's not talked about as much, but it is just as if not more interesting.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good. All right. Well, Trevor, Dark Souls 2 is down.
I can't believe it.
Do you have any final thoughts, final words, anything you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Well, I have to say that the idea of Derby taking a journey and us taking a journey has really been delightful and instructive to me through Dark Souls 2. I think the the way that the game drags on can be viewed as a negative, but also as a story in and of itself, and the fact that we hit walls and had to overcome things and changed and eventually decided what was important to us and finished what we needed to, and ended on 50. It all feels very much of I don't know. It's almost overwhelming. It's it's a lovely little thematic knot. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh man. So that's Dark Souls 2.
And there are no more Dark Souls games, right?
There are no more Dark Souls games. They never made another one.
Wow, what a shame.
We're done here. No. Derby is gonna go.
Psych.
Derby's gonna. It's funny because Derby just kind of. What happens to Derby now is the question. Derby is in Majula. Derby has done all these things. Derby is. What does Derby do with Derby's self now that Dark Souls is over? Before Derby, walked away from Gwyn, walked away from the flame, and just said, fuck it. I'm not being a part of this bullshit. And then ended
But
up
Dark
here.
Souls 2 doesn't give you that option as much. You're still in society at the end of it.
We're kind of in a society in some regard. And that's where we're at. Again, Derby did not really link the flame in any meaningful way. Did not walk away from it any meaningful. Derby just kind of said, nah. And here we are. We're in Dark Souls. Let's go.
She's made a lot of friends, though.
Derby has made a lot of friends. Derby,
Majula kind of likes her.
Derby has become a kind of a member of a society.
Yeah.
After a sort. I mean, Majula is a society in a way.
Dark Souls 2 really was the friends Derby made along the way.
Where's our homie?
Where's Kale? Yeah. He got too excited by all the flames. Peaced out. Down in the musty basement. Now that
Kill
there's
Kale,
skeletons
did
down
we?
here. I don't know what happened to Kale.
Yeah, he wasn't doing well the last time we saw him.
No, he was a little like
He's
messed up.
A little messed up. He spent too much time down here staring at maps.
Let that be a lesson to you all.
Don't stress out about maps too much.
You're just gonna get upset.
Oh, it's the pigs making that sound.
Ugh, pigs. Those things.
Forgot about those guys, yeah.
Yeah, they're down there. The kind of nice house that we and Kale had for a little while.
It's true. A nice little house for a while. There's
How
those
those
little
zombie
pigs.
pigs outside.
Jesus.
Breaking pots. Stop it.
Fucking zombie ass pigs, man.
The bucolic life of Derby. Wow.
These pigs coming for us.
Oh no! Still the hardest enemies in the game.
They're the hardest enemies in the game with the skeletons +8.
That would be so funny if you like the pigs now are like +8 pigs.
I mean, aren't they?
You think they are?
I think everything here is +8 now.
Oh yeah. You're probably right.
Oh, look at him. He's not
Oh,
quite
he's
so
loving
maudlin on the
life.
floor anymore.
Sorry, have we met? Oh, sorry. It's just I've been awfully busy lately.
Wow, okay.
Care to look over my wares? I upgraded my stock recently, although it may be a bit out of your reach.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Moglin becomes a total prick when you give him enough cash.
Wow, what a jerk.
He's got Velstat's set. He got the throne
What the
defender.
Throne Defender said. I liked that.
Defender has stood by the throne for ages. Will his wait be worth the while?
No.
No. The Throne Watcher.
Okay.
The Watcher waited by the throne for ages. Will all his waiting ever be rewarded?
No.
No. I mean, I guess it wasn't that we killed him. We stopped his
That's
shit.
kind of nice. Yeah, he didn't have to watch anymore.
Velstat, originally imbued with the power of miracles, now soaked with dark after extended exposure in the undead crypt. A knight from a faraway land was lured to this accursed land, but forgot even why he came, eventually reduced to a shadow of his former self.
Wow.
Like, it's
That was a
interesting
cool boss fight. I liked that a lot.
yeah, I think about, like, Vendrick's homies, like, that he's, like, and, like, you
Are
know,
you sure?
none of them like ended up like they all had bad ending, like particularly bad endings where they forget their purpose. Whereas you look at like the Lois Knights, who all very acutely aware of what their job was and what they wanted, and like
Yeah. I wonder if it's a commentary on the quality of leader or just like the quality of I don't know. I don't know what's a commentary on. It might even be just a commentary on the fact that it's like, you know, Aldea is involved and anything he touches turns to ash.
yeah. Wow.
Wow.
So that's Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, so that sort of tight little game is Dark Souls 2.
Tight
Really
little game.
short.
That,
Yeah.
that like 100 hours of Let's Play is
It's
Dark
super
Souls 2.
super snappy. We
Super
love it.
snappy. And that's all of it. That's 100% all of Dark Souls 2. That whole thing where I said there was another boss fight, that's bullshit. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not real.
yeah,
We
it's not real.
100%ed it.
Yeah, they're
It's
totally...
like a rumor that was on the game facts board. never proven.
Oh, so next week. Do we want to start next week, Trevor? Or do we want to take a week off before we start Dark Souls 3?
I want to take a week off just to let our feelings settle and our audience's feelings
Okay.
settle. I want to jump right into Dark Souls 3, like personally.
I agree.
But I feel like we deserve, like Derby deserves a chance
we
to
deserve a
settle.
week. Yeah, we deserve some time off. So Derby is going to, Derby's going to figure out what happens next with Derby's
Yeah.
life. Derby's in Majula now when we say goodbye to her. But, well, God knows what happens to Derby in the intervening time. Um,
And it's a
God,
long time, I think.
I think
It
so.
always is.
It's, yeah. This is quite a long time between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Um, we'll see how long it is between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. But, all right. So we're
1,000
going to
years.
take a week off, and then we will come back after that. Come back in, what is it, April? Is that the next month?
Yeah, it will be
Yeah.
April. Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
be back in
that's right.
April with Dark Souls 3 and the continued adventures of Derby. Until then, Trevor, where can the people find you? What have you been up to? Sell your stuff.
Oh, I've been podcasting. No Cartridge. You can listen to me there. That's been pretty frequent recently. We've been enjoying some classic anime, including Slayers, and some video games, and also just some media in general. So that's been fun. You can find that at No Cartridge anywhere you get your podcasts, and also patreon.com/No Cartridge. You can find me on Twitter at Hagelbon. I still keep putting off my co-host. I really need to start that. And that's about it for now. I'm trying to come up with a second book idea. I have one book called Story Mode, which I think you all might like. If you have any ideas for a second book, please give them to me, and
Give
I
Trevor
will
your book
steal them.
ideas.
Yes, give me your book ideas. I'll write it. It serves both of us, really.
Yeah, no, all the links to all Trevor stuff are in the description. So click on them and go and subscribe. And the Slayers podcast, that's out now, isn't it, Trevor? I think
That one is out now. And then there's a couple the new Danganronpa podcast. There's a podcast I did with the return of Andrew in No Wall Scroll, where we covered a little bit of Violence Jack. There's a lot coming out. Sean McTiernan came back on the podcast. It's a cavalcade, basically.
Yeah, you're doing it over there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We should do a podcast where we talk through our feelings of Dark Souls 2.
We can do that next week if you want.
Let's do that next week. That'd be great.
Okay, let's do that next week. That's
Awesome.
a really good idea. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, but no, the Slayers podcast. I'm really looking forward to that because Slayers. I'm an anime boomer. That was one of those animes that it was like 1997, man. Started getting like actual dubs of that, or not subs of that, and it was just like, well, we're watching Slayers now. Then I finally got
so
the dubs,
fun.
and the dubs were great because all of Lena Inverse's voice actors are Puerto Ricans.
It's so funny because like one of the things I talked about in the Violence Jack episode, like I had watched the episode we were covering like a couple weeks ago because of scheduling issues, and I was rewatching it and I was like, oh, I'm so busy. I guess I can rewatch it with the dubs on because I've watched with subs. Because I've been watching stuff that Emily suggested that have like dubs that she has approved, like Slayers, and even You're Under Arrest, like have perfectly acceptable dubs. I was appalled by Violence Jack's dub. I was like, this can't be right. No, where's the quality of Puerto Rican Lena Inverse and Naga going laughing in a funny way?
Oh,
but
God,
yeah,
yeah.
never take it for granted.
No, there are
Good dub.
there's some really like I tend to only watch dubbed anime anymore because it's what I can fit anime in my life if it's while I'm doing something else.
Yeah,
And
right.
I can't read and do anime at the same time. So it's got to be dubbed. And that really remembering the dubs of my youth where like God, I think it was the Fist of the North Star movie. Where, like,
that is some wild dubs.
where like
yes.
out of nowhere, like James Avery shows up to voice like one of the villains,
What?
and you're just like, it's just like, yo, that's Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil is voicing a character in the Fist of the North Star movie. What?
I just like I was so impressed because like in Violence Jack, you see Jack, he makes this like in the sub, he makes this like extremely like guttural growl, and it's cool. Like it's not like the coolest thing I've ever heard, but it's sweet. And then in the dub, it's just a guy going I was like, man, this is This is a different era. This guy's not trying, and
Yeah,
that was what he
no,
got
the
paid for.
the
That kind of
dubs
rules.
dubs were
in a
so
way.
uneven and inconsistent, and even
Yeah.
inconsistent from character to character. Like,
Oh
it
yeah.
was so
Someone
good.
would be doing their best. It's like community theater. Like you'll see someone just like really putting it out there and trying, and then like a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I thought maybe I'd try to do theater for a second.
No, the Fist of the North Star dub was like really good in that way because like you get like you got James Avery just doing his Uncle Phil voice, and it's just like wait, you're some like wasteland like like petty warlord. You're just doing Uncle Phil when he's mad at Will's voice. But then you get like this one guy's really bad attempt at doing like Jackie, or like Bruce Lee kung fu noises. And he'd just be
Oh,
like,
no.
"Whoa!" And it was like, "What are you? Why are you Mario? What are you? Why are you? What?"
What is happening here? Yeah, exactly.
And then like everyone else was like either like alternating between like just like trying to like sound like a normal human being, or trying to sound like David Bowie. Like it's just
Oh
such a
man,
weird-
that is so. Yeah, no, dubs really used to be like the Wild West that
it
way.
was
It was
so
very exciting.
good. Even bad dubs from a Go were great. Um, God, but then like you never knew which one you were gonna get. You go to Blockbuster and it would be like, "Am I getting dubbed or am I getting subbed?" You have no clue, and you just was
I
always
was
a wild
thinking about
card.
that the other day. Yeah, you just like if your friends had it too, you're like, okay, like what do you have, the dubs or the subs? And sometimes they wouldn't know if it was new. Like,
Yeah,
just that's how it worked.
and like it was always one of those things where it's interesting because like even if a sub existed, sometimes you would get the dub. And it would just be like, well,
true.
wait, I thought the sub was actually the more common one. And it was like, well, your Blockbuster got the dub. What? Deal with it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. Oh,
Like we had plenty of like, God, was it manga entertainment or whatever that they brought over.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they brought over subs like left and right. But then every now and then you'd get like one that would just be dubbed. And it would be like, why is this dubbed?
what is happening here? Yeah, exactly.
Why did you bother to dub this? This is terrible. No one cares about Devil Hunter Yoko, like dialogue.
No, everyone cares about it.
Devil Hunter Yoko dialogue.
Give me a
yeah.
break. Come on.
God.
Oh,
All right.
Well-
So that's this episode. That's Dark Souls 2. We're talking about anime, which is appropriate for Dark Souls 2 if you really think about it, and voice acting because right over in the corner there is, God, I just completely forgot her name.
oh yeah. What's her name? Oh
Duh.
boy. Yeah.
Ruth Negga.
The Emerald Herald, right? Yeah.
I was like, right over there is Ruth Negga, and no one knew it. And then Ruth Negga became a household name, and now everyone goes, "Oh man, did you know Emerald Herald with Ruth Negga?" And yeah,
Good for her.
wild.
That rules.
Dark Souls 2 voice acting always a joy. Can't be beat. Yeah. So it's me, Dia. You can find me at Dia Lucina basically everywhere. I am on co-host. I guess I post there more than I do Twitter, but I'm just kind of not posting anywhere anymore.
Posting has gotten harder.
Posting has gotten really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah. But you can always find me on YouTube where I release these LPs, which you're watching now. So you should subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. And
No, you really
sounds
should.
like you should
Really
subscribe to No Cartridge wherever you get your podcasts because we're going to do a Dark Souls 2 decompression.
Sounds like the decompression's coming. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, decompression's
is
coming.
very
It's going to
cool.
be exciting, and it's going to be a good time. And yeah, and then we'll see you here in April for Dark Souls 3.
Oh,
and
I
more
can't believe it. I
Derby.
can't believe we got there by April. This is
Yeah.
honestly
The
pretty good
cruelest
work by
month
us.
is when we're going to be playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, that's true. That is cruel of us, isn't
Do you
it?
think they used to call Derby Fresca?
Maybe.
What do you want, Derby? Derby, I want to die. God,
Welcome
if I was an undergrad now, I would write the douchiest douchiest essay about the undead, the
Oh.
chosen undead as Sybil in the Wasteland.
We're so lucky that we did not play this in undergrad. Both of us
God.
would have truly embarrassed ourselves.
Imagine, it would be terrible. All right, here we go. Till next time, everyone. Remember, you have friends in Majula, and it's me and Derby and Trevor, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Yay!
Oh, we did it. Holy shit.
We did it. And only one death. Our second one death.
I can't believe that. I can't believe we did that in one day.
Shock. Yeah, on episode 50, no less.
That's
No, that's
incredible.
really nice.